Brothers and sisters, tell me something. Is the Sabbath Friday night to Saturday night? If not, when is the Sabbath and what specifically is the Sabbath? Let us explore these questions. Because the Sabbath is not Friday night to Saturday night. Neither is it Saturday, and it is definitely not Sunday. Before we begin though, I just want to say, greetings and welcome back, my brothers and sisters, children of Yahweh. As usual, I would like to repeat the part in Module 1. You know the part about using the King James Version of the Bible, asking you to keep an open mind and looking at definitions? Yeah, that part. Another thing, this presentation about the Sabbath, Module 2, is done in more than one part, as we are trying to keep each part within a certain time frame. And remember, if you have biblical questions of your own, just subscribe and ask your questions. We will make every effort to answer them in future discussions and presentations. Let us now begin this presentation with some definitions. A good starting point when we're talking about the Sabbath is figuring out and defining the components that make up a day, a month, and a year. So what makes up a day? Well, a major component of day is light. Then, what is light? Well, according to the Oxford Dictionary, light is a natural form of energy that makes things visible. When light is reflected off objects, it enters our eyes and then we see the object. Furthermore, light travels in a straight line in the form of a wave at a speed of about 186,000 miles per second. Now that is fast. So if light is traveling so fast, how can we measure the speed of light? Simple. By simulating an experiment between 2 points. So we know the distance. And all we have to do is just flip a switch to see how long the light takes to move between the 2 points. By doing this experiment, we have the distance that the light is going to travel. And we also have the time it takes for the light to travel that distance. So all we have to do is plug those information into the equation speed equal distance traveled divided by time taken. And then we have the speed of light. Alright, so we can calculate the speed of light. But what is a light year? A light year is actually a distance measurement, just like miles or kilometers. So the Oxford Dictionary describes a light year as a distance that light travels in one Earth year, which is about 6 trillion miles or 6,000 billion miles. So when someone says an object, a planet for example, is 2 light years away from you, what they're saying is if you are traveling at the speed of light, which is about 186,000 miles per second, it would take you about 2 Earth years to reach the object. That means the object is about 12,000 billion miles away from you. Now that's far. Bear in mind, the speed of light is currently the fastest speed man can conceptualize. So it makes sense to measure the distance of far objects in relation to the speed of light. Speaking of far objects, what is a star? Well, according to the Oxford Dictionary, a star is a huge mass of burning gas visible in the sky. For example, our sun. So how far away is our sun from Earth? To calculate the distance of the sun from Earth, we can use math. We can use trigonometry to look at the angle of the sun and the moon as seen from the Earth at various times during the year to calculate the distance of both the moon and the sun from Earth. Knowing the speed of light and using trigonometry to calculate the distance of the sun from Earth, we can then use the equation speed equal distance traveled divided by time taken to calculate how long it takes for sunlight to travel from the sun to Earth. Did you know that it takes over 8 minutes for the sunlight to travel from the sun to Earth? After the sunlight leaves the sun, it takes us over 8 minutes to see the light. Technically, that means that we are never seeing anything in real time. We are seeing things in the past. Think about it. If it takes time for the light from objects to travel to our eyes for us to see the object, then we are seeing the occurrence after it has occurred, because it takes time for the light from the object to reach our eyes. So when we look up and see a falling star shooting across the sky, maybe that started falling over a year ago. It is just that we are now seeing it because the light from the star finally reached our eye. Talk about living in the past, huh? Alright, back to our definitions. So what is a solar system? Well, the Oxford Dictionary describes our sun, which is a star, together with the planets, asteroids, comets, everything that's orbiting the sun, as our solar system. So the picture is to give you a basic idea. You see the sun, and you have the Earth, Mars. Well, we didn't put the other planets. You'd have Saturn, all the other planets, Uranus, all of those planets, along with the comets, the asteroids, Halley comets, all of those that are going around the sun, that makes up our solar system. Now, usually each planet have a moon, or in some cases more than one moon. Now, the final component required scientifically to define a day, month, and a year is a galaxy. So what is a galaxy? According to the Oxford Dictionary, a galaxy is a system with millions or billions of stars and their solar systems. Our galaxy is called the Milky Way. Now picture this. There are many galaxies in space and they are far apart. For example, our closest galaxy, Andromeda, is about 2.5 million light years from Earth. But you know the beauty about it? On a clear night, if you look up at the sky, you can see both the Milky Way and Andromeda from Earth with your naked eyes. And with that, you can use math to calculate their distances from Earth. So just a quick recap. Our planet have a moon that orbit our Earth. In turn, Earth and the moon orbit the sun along with other planets in our solar system. Then our solar system orbit our galaxy, the Milky Way, along with other solar systems. So you can see the beauty and the order that our Father used in creating everything. There's a method to everything. He created our planet. He created our solar system. He created our galaxy. There's a method. By the way, our solar system takes about 240 million years to orbit our galaxy. Think about that. Oh, by the way, I almost forgot. There's one more component that makes up the day, month, and year. Especially the year. That other component is the shape of the Earth. Is the Earth round or is it flat? Well, according to National Geographic, the Earth is oblate spheroid in shape, meaning it is not perfectly round. It is bulging in the middle, flattened at the poles, and tilts on its axis. So the Earth is kind of round and tilting on its axis. Let us look at other things to support this notion. Proof number 1. Right now we have many countries going into space, including the USA, Canada, Russia for example, among others. We also have space tourists, including Jeff Bezos and Elon Musk, who are making trips into space. If Earth was flat, one of these people would have said so. Russia, who was the first in space, would not be participating in any lies with the USA, neither would China. Also, our good friend Elon Musk would have come and spilled the beans if nobody else did. All of these people are saying the Earth is round. Proof number 2. When you look up, the sun, the moon, and all the other planets are round. Why would the Creator make these round and the Earth flat? Remember, people, there is a method to everything that He does. Proof number 3. If you stand on the beach and look out on the water, eventually you will see the water and the sky meeting. The reason for this is that light travels in a straight line, and due to the curvature of the Earth, we cannot see objects over the curve. So we see the skyline instead. This is the same reason when you look straight in front of you, you will see the sky. You don't have to look up to see the sky. Just look straight in front of you. If the Earth was flat, you should be able to stand up in Canada and see all the way to Africa. But you cannot, because light travels in a straight line and the earth is round, and you cannot see over the curve because light travels in a straight line. Proof number 4. If you ever go sailing on the water or go on a ship, the further out you go on the water, the less you see the land from where you started until it disappears. Again, this is the same principle. Because light travels in a straight line, when you move away from the land, you are going on the curvature of the earth away from the land. So you can't see the land. All of those are scientific proofs. Now let's look at a biblical proof. In Isaiah 40 verse 22, it says, our Creator, our Father, sit upon the circle of the earth. Another biblical proof. In Job 26 verse 7, it says the Almighty hangs the earth on nothing. There is no dome hanging a flat earth. The earth is round and floating in space, just like the other planets and the sun and the moon. So now we have all the components to describe a day, a month, and a year. But due to time constraints, let us continue in part 2. Please subscribe and join me in Model 2 Part 2.